So can you please state your name for us?
My name is Delores Schwartz.
Dolores, what did you bring for us today?
I brought a small wooden trunk, I believe was brought to the United States from Russia with my great-grandparents, and a picture that was taken in Russia probably before 1900.
Oh wow, what did they bring over in the trunk? Do you know what they brought over?
I have listened, I have 2 tapes, and one tape said that, and it was an interview of my grandmother, Anna Giebelhaus, and she stated in there that they brought in this trunk some food. And that's how I confirmed that it was from Russia. And also in another tape that I had done of her some years ago, I played again and recognized she talked about the box on the shelf.
Yeah.
And that was this wooden box because she kept pictures in it. And I went and got it that time and brought it down for her. So that's what confirmed that it was from Russia.
That sounds neat that they brought food over in there. Do you know what kind of food they brought over? Or was it just...
I think in the one interview she stated that it was sausage. Was one of the items. And I would say probably bread, dry bread.
Oh yeah?
Probably
for the trip over. Do you know when you said your grandparents, your grandmother, when did they come over to the United States?
It was my great-grandparents. They came over in 1901.
1901.
And my grandmother at that time was 16 years old.
Oh, wow.
And she went to work the next day at the Lincoln Hotel as a maid.
Oh, wow, the next day.
Speaking English.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Do you know why they decided to come over to the United States at all?
I believe that other relatives were over here.
Just put together.
And I believe that they wrote back and forth and decided then to come over.
I got one.
And things were not going good for them.
Over in
Russia.
No. Was it just financial hardships, or do you know what some of the trouble was over there?
Things have been changing for them through the years, and they were starting to take them. See, when Catherine Gray invited them over there, they had certain stipulations that they were freed from military service, and that they could have their own villages, their own language, their own churches, which they missed out in Germany because Germany was just coming out of the 7-year wars and was terribly tore up. That's why they went there. But then as time went on, things changed for them. And that's why a lot of them, probably about 1870s, they decided
to come over
to the United States. And very thankful that they did.
Oh, yeah. And were they able to bring a lot, or was the trunk...
I think it was just the clothes that they could possibly carry.
Yeah?
Just to carry things that they had.
No, the trunk must have been very special for them to make the trip over.
There's no nails in it.
No nails?
The way it was put together, I don't know if you can see this. It's
oh, I can see that.
What do they call that? Where it's like this.
I think I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of the word. Yeah.
On here. The only thing that is like that is the closure. I don't know if these were put on, hinges were put on later. And this is quite a different kind of a lock than I've ever seen.
No, it looks really interesting.
But I know
really
that
cool.
The trunk itself came over at that time.
Yeah, it must have been very important for them to make the trip with them. And you said you also brought a photo today?
This is a photo of the other side of my family. All of my grandparents were German Russian and came from Russia. This is on my mother's side. This is the Kaiser family.
Kaiser?
This is my grandmother's father, her brother, and her one sister. The mother had already died.
Oh, yeah.
This was sent to my grandmother after she arrived in the United States. Her father died. They came in 1904, and I believe her father died in 1906. So this picture was taken between that time. And this uncle, this brother of grandmother's, came over in 1908. They had 3 little girls. They had another little boy in 1910 and another one in 1914. Wow. In 1915, they went back to Russia.
Oh, they went back?
And therefore, he had the nickname of the American Kaiser. Kaiser was their last name.
Yeah. That's a
And
big family.
she never got to see her father again.
Oh. It's too bad. But
She
that's,
wanted him to come with her, but he said, "No, Mary." He said, "I'll see you in heaven."
yeah.
So
That's a very big family. They grew very fast when they came over. So
yes, they did.
that's
They
very
did. My grandparents had 11 children.
Oh,
The
wow.
grandmother that had this box had 15
Oh wow.
and lived to be 104.
Oh my goodness. So she lived to see them all grow up and
Yes, she
have
did.
their own lives.
Yes.
Yeah, that's really cool. Wow. That's really cool. So, who did you say brought that picture over for you? It was sent to
It was
your
sent to my grandmother.
sent to your
And
grandmother.
on the back is German writing, and then my mother wrote some stuff on it too.
That's very neat that they were able to write names and everything on the back so that
did.
you're able to know.
This
'Cause
is how it was addressed. It was actually addressed to grandmother's brother that came over with her.
that's really neat. Like that's an important thing is able to know the names and everything on it. No, that's really neat. That's really cool. I like some of their like different clothing. I like the boys' little jackets. Oh, that's really neat. But thank you for bringing this stuff for us.